Hello friends, welcome back. In our previous session, we had discussed different formulas which you need at the time of calculating ratios. In our today's session, we are going to start our practical question number 1 of ratio analysis. Let's start question number 1. The information about profit and loss account and balance sheet of Chai Limited is as below. Profit and loss account. It says opening stock of raw material, opening stock of finished goods. It means both the amount is opening stock of raw material and opening stock of finished goods. Purchase, direct wages, manufacturing expense, administrative expense, selling and distribution expense, taxation, interest on debenture, and net profit. On credit side, we have sales, closing stock of raw material and closing stock of finished goods, and profit on sale of investments. This is our profit and loss account. And balance sheet is something like this. On liability side, equity share capital, preference share capital, reserve, debentures, creditors, bills payable. And on asset side, land and building, machinery, closing stock of raw material, closing stock of finished goods, debtors, bills receivable, and cash balance. So this is our balance sheet. Now what is the requirement? You are required to find out following ratios: gross profit ratio, net profit ratio, current ratio, debt equity ratio, long term debts, stock turnover ratio, liquid ratio, interest coverage ratio, and proprietary ratio based on total assets. So from these two different statements of profit and loss account and balance sheet, we need to find out all these ratios. 8 different ratios need to be calculated from these two statements, right? So let's start from first ratio, which is gross profit ratio. The formula for gross profit is gross profit divided by sales multiplied by 100. Now in this profit and loss statement, we have sales of 22,50,000, but there isn't given gross profit ratio. So we need to find out first gross profit ratio. How can we find out gross profit? Gross profit can be found out as sales minus cost of goods sold. COGS means cost of goods sold. Again, we have sales to find out gross profit, but we do not have cost of goods sold or cost of goods sold. So first of all, we need to find out cost of goods sold. How can we find out cost of goods sold? From this statement, or formula for cost of goods sold is opening stock plus purchase plus direct expenses minus closing stock. So we have two types of opening stock, raw material and finished goods. Both are known as opening stock. We have purchase, direct expenses, we have direct wages and manufacturing expense. Both will be considered as direct expenses. And on credit side, we have closing stock of raw material and finished goods. So from these details, we can find out cost of goods sold. Let's see. Cost of goods sold is equal to opening stock plus purchase plus direct wages plus manufacturing expense minus closing stock. Opening stock means 1,12,500 plus 2,25,000. 1,12,500 plus 2,25,000. Purchase 6,75,000. Direct wages 450. Manufacturing expense 2,25,000. All these amounts are added up minus closing stock of raw material and finished goods 3,37,500 plus 2,25,000. Right? So from this formula we can find out cost of goods sold, which will be 11,25,000. And from cost of goods sold we can find out gross profit, which says sales minus cost of goods sold. Sales is given in question directly 22,50,000. So our sales is 22,50,000 minus cost of goods sold, which we have recently calculated, which is 11,25,000. So our gross profit will be 11,25,000. And from this gross profit, now we can finally find out our main answer, which is gross profit ratio, which says gross profit divided by sales. We have find out gross profit, which is 11,25,000, divide by sales, which is 22,50,000, multiply by 100. So our final answer will be 50%. So this way we can find out gross profit ratio, which is 50%. Clear? So આ રીતે આપણે એક રેશિયોસ જે છે એ કેલ્ક્યુલેટ કરશું. એક રેશિયો કેલ્ક્યુલેટ કરવા માટે આપણે બીજી જે કોઈ પણ વર્કિંગ નોટ્સની રિક્વાયરમેન્ટ હશે આપણે નીચે જ વર્કિંગ નોટ કરી નાખશું અને એ પ્રમાણે આપણે મેઇન આન્સર પ્રિપેર કરશું. રાઈટ. નેક્સ્ટ રેશિયો ઇઝ નેટ પ્રોફિટ રેશિયો. ફોર્મ્યુલા ફોર નેટ પ્રોફિટ રેશિયો: નેટ પ્રોફિટ આફ્ટર ટેક્સ ડિવાઇડ બાય સેલ્સ મલ્ટીપ્લાય બાય 100. આ સિમ્પલ રેશિયો છે, ઇઝીલી મળી જશે. આપણે પ્રોફિટ એન્ડ લોસ સ્ટેટમેન્ટ જોયા. P&L અકાઉન્ટમાં તમને નેટ પ્રોફિટ આપેલો છે 8,66,250. નાઉ ધીસ નેટ પ્રોફિટ ઇઝ આફ્ટર ટેક્સ. આ નેટ પ્રોફિટ છે આફ્ટર ટેક્સ જ છે, કેમ કે તમને ટેક્સેશન લખી નાખ્યું છે પછી આ અમાઉન્ટ આવી છે. તો નેટ પ્રોફિટ આફ્ટર ટેક્સ જ છે 8,66,250. સેલ્સ આપણી પાસે અવેલેબલ છે, બંને અમાઉન્ટ આપણી પાસે અવેલેબલ છે, ખાલી ડિવાઈડ કરવાનું છે. 8,66,250 divided by sales આપણી પાસે અહીંયા અવેલેબલ છે 22,50,000 multiply by 100. So answer will be 38.50%. Net profit ratio is 38.50%. Next ratio is current ratio. Formula for current ratio is current assets divided by current liabilities. Okay. Both these amount can be find out from balance sheet. Current assets means assets which can be converted into cash within 12 months. એવી assets કે જે 12 months ની અંદર આપણે કેશમાં કન્વર્ટ કરી શકીએ એને આપણે કરંટ અસેટ તરીકે ક્લાસિફાઈ કરશું. તો આમાંથી કેટલી એવી અસેટ્સ છે? તો એમાં આપણે ક્લાસિફાઈ કરી શકશું ક્લોઝિંગ સ્ટોક, both the closing stock of raw material and finished goods. Debtors is also known as current asset. Bills receivable is also current asset, and cash balance is also current asset. So there are 4 different type of current assets: closing stock, debtors, bills receivable, and cash balance. In same way, in current liability, on the liability side we have only 2 amounts which need to be paid within 12 months. One is creditors and another one is bills payable. So these 2 amount will be classified as current liability. Okay. तो चेक करिए આપણે. Current assets is equal to stock plus debtors plus bills receivable plus cash. Stock માં આ બંને amount આવશે. $3,37,500 plus 2,25,000 plus 1,50,000 plus 75,000 plus 1,12,500. So this is our current assets, total of which is 9 lakh rupees. Next, current liabilities. It says creditors and bills payable, amount of which is 2,25,000 and 1,12,500. 2,25,000 plus 1,12,500, final amount will be 3,37,500. Now we have both the amounts which required to find out current ratio, current assets and current liability. Now simply divide these 2 amounts. So current assets 9 lakh divided by current liability 3,37,500. Answer will be 2.67. Answer will be 2.67, but current ratio will be written in proportion. So the final answer will be written something like this: 2.67 is to 1. It means when our current liability will be 1, when our current liability is 1, our current assets will be 2.67. Okay. Our next ratio is debt equity ratio. Debt equity ratio says long term liabilities divided by proprietor's fund. Long term liabilities divided by proprietor's fund. Both these amounts can be found out from balance sheet. Long term liabilities include preferential capital and debentures. Both of these are known as long term liabilities. Debentures plus preferential capital. 4,50,000 plus 2,25,000. So final answer will be 6,75,000. And proprietor's fund. Proprietor's fund means owner's fund, shareholders fund, which can be found out by equity share capital plus reserves minus fictitious assets if any. In given question, on asset side there isn't any fictitious asset. So for current question, owner's fund or proprietor's fund will be equity share capital plus reserve. Proprietor's fund is equal to equity share capital plus reserve. 2,25,000 plus 2,25,000. Final answer will be 4,50,000. Now debt equity ratio is equal to long term liabilities, which is 6,75,000, and proprietor's fund, which is 4,50,000, multiplied by 100. So our final answer is 150%. Our next ratio is stock turnover ratio. Stock turnover ratio means cost of goods sold divided by average stock. So in our earlier ratio, first ratio, gross profit ratio, in that ratio we have already find out cost of goods sold. So our cost of goods sold is 11,25,000. We already find out. So we will not calculate cost of goods sold again at the fifth ratio, right? Cost of goods sold is already find out, which is 11,25,000. So our answer will be 11,25,000 divided by average stock. Average stock is not available with us. We need to calculate average stock. So formula for average stock is opening stock plus closing stock divided by 2. Opening stock plus closing stock divided by 2. We have two different type of opening stock and two different type of closing stock. These both amounts are considered as opening stock, plus this both amount will be considered as closing stock. 2,25,000 plus 1,12,500 opening stock plus 3,37,500 plus 2,25,000 closing stock divided by 2. So average stock will be 4,50,000. 11,25,000 cost of goods sold divided by average stock 4,50,000. Our answer will be 2.5 times. Stock turnover ratio is 2.5 times. Next ratio is liquid ratio. Liquid ratio means liquid assets divided by liquid liabilities. Liquid asset means current assets minus stock, because in given question we don't have any other item which need to be deducted from current asset. In given question there is only one item, inventory, or you can say stock, which need to be deducted from current asset. So current assets minus stock, we have already calculated current asset at the time of calculating current ratio. Current asset are 9 lakh rupees, and out of those 9 lakh we need to deduct this stock 3,37,500 and 2,25,000. So we will get liquid assets. Current assets 9 lakh minus stock 3,37,500 plus 2,25,000. Our liquid asset is 3,37,500. And liquid liability, from liability side there isn't any bank overdraft, so our current liability will be considered as liquid liability, which include creditors and bills payable. So liquid liability is equal to creditors plus bills payable, 2,25,000 plus 1,12,500. So final answer will be 3,37,500. Liquid ratio. liquid assets 3,37,500 divided by liquid liabilities, which is also 3,37,500. So our final answer will be 1, and liquid ratio will also be presented in terms of proportion. So our final answer will be written 1:1. Next ratio is interest coverage ratio. Interest coverage ratio formula for it says profit before interest and tax. Profit before interest and tax divided by interest. Now, as you can see, in profit and loss account, we have net profit 8,66,250. But this net profit is after interest and tax, because on the debit side, we have already written taxation and interest on debenture. So this net profit is after interest and tax. And for interest coverage ratio, we need net profit before interest and tax. We need net profit before interest and tax. So we need to add interest and tax in this net profit. So profit before interest and tax is equal to net profit plus interest plus tax. Net profit is 866,250 plus interest 1,01,250 plus taxation 45,000. So final answer will be 10,12,500. Profit before interest and tax 10,12,500 divided by interest, which is available as 1,01,250. So our final answer will be 10, and it will be written in times, 10 times. And our last ratio is proprietary ratio in terms of total asset. Proprietary ratio is equal to proprietor's fund divided by total assets. We have already calculated proprietor's fund at the time of debt equity ratio. So proprietor's fund is 4,50,000. Here we have already calculated proprietor's fund at the time of fourth ratio, which is debt equity ratio. Our proprietor's fund is equity share capital plus reserve, which comes to 4,50,000. So proprietor's fund is 4,50,000 divided by total asset. Total assets can be found out from balance sheet. Total assets means total of balance sheet. This amount 14,62,500 will be considered as total assets. So at the time of proprietary ratio, proprietor's fund 4,50,000 divided by total asset, which is 14,62,500 multiplied by 100. Final answer is 30.77%. So this way we have calculated all the 8 ratios which is asked in question. So friends, આ રીતે આપણે બીજા જે ક્વેશ્ચન પ્રેક્ટિકલ ક્વેશ્ચન જોશું એની અંદર તમારે આ રીતે પ્રેઝન્ટેશન કરવાનું થશે. તમને ક્વેશ્ચનની અંદર પ્રોફિટ એન્ડ લોસ સ્ટેટમેન્ટ આપેલું હશે, બેલેન્સ શીટ આપેલી હશે, અથવા બેમાંથી એક જ આપેલું હશે, અને એના બેઝ ઉપર તમને અમુક રેશિયોસ ફાઇન્ડ કરવાના કીધા હશે. તો એ રેશિયોસના ફોર્મ્યુલા આપણે લાસ્ટ સેશનની અંદર બધા ફોર્મ્યુલાસ ડિટેક્ટ કરી લીધા છે. એ ફોર્મ્યુલાસના અમુક બીજા ફોર્મ્યુલાસ પણ એડ કરવા પડશે. લાઈક ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ કવરેજ રેશિયો છે આપણી સામે, તો એમાં પ્રોફિટ બિફોર ઇન્ટરેસ્ટ એન્ડ ટેક્સ તમારે કેલ્ક્યુલેટ કરવું પડશે. તો આ ફોર્મ્યુલા આપણે ત્યાં લખેલા નથી, મેઇન ફોર્મ્યુલા જે હતા લખેલા છે, બરાબર. આ તમારે વર્કિંગ નોટ તરીકે બતાવવું પડશે, અને એના બેઝ ઉપરથી તમારો મેઇન આન્સર જે છે એ રેડી થશે. તો આજનો સેશન જે છે એ આપણે અહીંયા વાઇન્ડ અપ કરીએ છીએ. નેક્સ્ટ સેશનમાં જ્યારે મળશું ત્યારે નવા પ્રેક્ટિકલ ક્વેશ્ચન સાથે મળશું. ટિલ ધેન, ગુડ બાય, થેન્ક યુ.